What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to take a look at Firo. I have spotted multiple bearish patterns, to be honest guys. I'm going to have to be real with you and we're going to go through them today. So let's start with the monthly time frame. What I don't like on the monthly time frame is now you've actually formed a bearish cross with the 12 and the 20 monthly monthly EMAs. So to invalidate this we need to see a monthly close, of course, with not forming a lower low basically. So let's get the chart back on. So yeah, so if you do lose this low, you're creating a large M pattern, one top, two top. If you lose this low, and of course that would send you into a bear market. But with me guys, I'm not going to worry about any of this too much, because where were we at the top in May? $25, bottom $3, and of course you're under the EMAs and whatnot. And because of Bitcoin, this eventually rallied up, and it did a rally of around 280%. I think it's a bit lower than that. I think the daily shows it a bit better. Yeah, it was roughly, yeah, it was 285%. But I think this wick is not appearing on the Binance chart, so I'm going to do it from the bodies to the bodies. So 143%, even though you were under both monthly EMA. So basically I want to see a monthly close, of course, below the 20 EMA, which currently we are, but we've got 16 days left. That's sitting at $6.50. Of course, if you lose this as well, that's when I'm getting very negative for Firo. But again, it's all dependent on Bitcoin, so I'm not going to worry too much, because as long as Bitcoin's holding key levels above that 55 weekly EMA, then I'm calm with Firo doing whatever it wants to do, because that's what it was doing back in July time. And to be honest guys, I wasn't even looking at the Firo chart. I was just letting it do its thing. The only coin that I really cared about was Bitcoin. So we're going to go through these bearish patterns, to be honest. So we have a rising wedge, which we've now met the technical target out of. So this was your resistance. There's your wedge over there. Your technical target is at the bottom of the wedge. This green line, which is $5 exactly, that's where we're sitting on at the moment. Is there any fibs there? No. So you're just sitting on $5 exactly, and we know this is very key level to hold, because of course you'll be starting a daily downtrend by breaking below this low, and of course, yeah, that's your next low essentially. So that's where you'd be coming to. So let's check for more targets. Now that has been met, there is an even larger falling wedge, but I'm going to look at this head and shoulders first. So we have this head and shoulders, which I've been talking about, but I was giving you this wick as the target. But with these sorts of cryptos, I'm just going to do, with the small micro caps, I'm just going to do bodies. So you actually got a technical target at the low of this wick over here at $4.44 out of this head and shoulders pattern. Of course it doesn't have to play out, but basically you're going to here regardless, because you're still below the neckline. If you were to get above the neckline, you invalidate this, but look how far away we are from that neckline. So until you break above, you're going to target to here. So basically we're going to go down here. That's what I'm trying to say. But we do not want a daily candle close, or if we do close below this green line, then obviously to get back above as soon as possible, just like you did here. Close below, eventually got back above. It took a few weeks, of course, but it's forming like a inverse head and shoulders on the small time frame. Shoulder, head, shoulder. So yeah, you're now in a target to there, but it gets even worse guys. So you've got another large rising wedge, I think, from here going across, like, no, you've already lost the neckline, sorry, from bodies, because forget these stupid wicks guys, just from bodies. So from here to here, yeah. So I'm going to go through why this is the resistance point, because we've got support here, fake out, because once you broke above, you fell below. Once you got above, you fell below. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Once you broke above, you fell below. Confirmed as resistance, resistance, resistance. So this is why this is my my resistance point out of this rising wedge. So your technical target out of that is this area down here, sitting at roughly $4 basically. So it could get a little bit worse before it gets better, to be honest guys, but that's what I'm seeing across all cryptos. Because if you watch today's Bitcoin update, I was going through how I think the fear and greed's gone up a bit too fast after yesterday's tiny pump. Like, I'm seeing all over Twitter, oh, this is the first move that sends us into parabolic mode, we're going to the moon. Guys, it's ridiculous how the sentiment changes so fast on Twitter. Just not even Twitter, YouTube and everything. You got so many permaballs. It's bloody ridiculous guys. So I'm going to keep it real with you. This is what I'm seeing in the chart. Of course, just because I'm seeing it doesn't mean I'm right. at all, but of course if I'm wrong, I'd love to be wrong, but this is what I'm seeing at the moment. We've got a technical target now down here out of the head and shoulders at $4.48, and we've got a technical target out of this rising wedge over here, which I'm seeing across a lot of cryptos. I think I've seen it on Matic or BitBay Crypto, saw it on Matic yesterday. Go check out her channel. The link is always in my description for her channel. She made an amazing Polygon video showing you this exact rising wedge and your technical target sitting down here. So let's see if there's any positives. So of course now we know, completely ignore these wicks. So I'm going to measure from body to body the Fibonacci. So you're actually sitting on that 786 right now. What I don't like about this is you lost the 0618. But you kind of already did that over here with the 786. You lost the 0618, you back tested as resistance, came to the 0786, had a nice little wick down, potentially retesting this just coming down to support into resistance. And we got back above the 0786. So with that, if you confirm that as support, we can get back above that 0618. If you were to hold this as resistance over here, then we're going to fall to that one, where you could form a large double bottom. But when you lose that 0618, it's highly likely if you do hit your head, you're going to roll over to 1 and then lose that. And so your targets, if we were to lose that 0786, is sitting at $2.34. So from current price, that'll be a further 52% down. I'm seeing that across a lot of altcoins as well, to be honest. But again, none of this has to happen, or it can look like it's going to happen, but it's all on Bitcoin. So that's why I haven't really been making a lot of altcoin videos, because again guys, the only chart that matters right now is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're both holding up well, you know what I mean? Ethereum better than Bitcoin. So that's why I'm not panic selling, you know what I mean? When you're this low, obviously not financial advice whatsoever, I can't tell you what to do with your money, but I can tell you what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is just sitting on the side and looking at the Bitcoin chart. To be honest guys, I'm not even looking at the alts. The only time I look at the alts is for the videos I make. Otherwise I'm just staring at Bitcoin, not the whole day, but you know what I mean. There's no point in looking at your altcoins, because they'll just make you have a heart attack, you know what I mean? It's just going to make you want to sell. So don't focus on them, because again, I've said it multiple times over the last few months, they can look as bad as shit, but if Bitcoin goes up, they will all fly up. And that's what we saw down here when we went from $25 all the way to, ignore this wick, so let's do bodies, when we went from $21 to $4. Look at that for a dip, mates, because it's multiple of you. 80% dip. So where are we now in terms of, obviously from up here, from up there, how far down are we? 76. And then from the local top, where are we? Minus 50%. Of course there's going to be loads of people panicking, but I've only invested what I'm willing to lose into Firo. I think I've only put 5 to 8% of my account into Firo, because of course it's a micro cap. I'm not going to go all in into a micro cap, which I know a lot of you have, and of course I can't tell you guys what to do, but I would never go with a high percentage of my account into micro caps that are not established yet, you know what I mean? This is why my number one coin at the moment is Ethereum. It's about 40 to 50% of my account. Why? Because it holds up the best. You need big caps, you need large caps, you need blue chip coins that are going to hold up in dips. That's why a lot of these mega rich people have Bitcoin and Ethereum to hedge their accounts, with their smaller, riskier coins having the tiniest percents of their account, like 5 to 10%. This is why I only have about 5 to 10% of my account in Firo, because of exactly this sort of situation. And that's why I'm not panicking in these moments, because I'm not over leveraged in this. I've put money that I'm willing to lose into Firo, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, but at least I know that Ethereum will hold up, you know what I mean? That's why I'm not panicking, because I have Ethereum that's gone down. Let's just check the ETH chart. Let's not look at the all-time high. Let's look at the all-time highs. So from the all-time high to current price, it's minus 21%. This is why I'm not panicking whatsoever. My account hasn't gone down that much, because I'm higher in much larger cap coins. Of course I'm in like VeChain as well, which is like my number 3 coin or something like that. That's gone down crap, of course, but the reason why I'm not panicking, look, minus 60%. So of course that's annoying, but I've been in VeChain since 1%. I know what it does, you know what I mean? Look at that earlier on in the year. Look what it did there. Minus 85%. If you held that, you would have got a nice pump afterwards. So this is why I'm not panicking. Look at, there's been so many dumps since 1 cent. Let's check. Yeah, so around there, what you had, minus 62%, minus 44%, minus 45%, and then that large minus 85%. I've held all them, guys. I've held every single dip, and this is why I'm not too worried about Firo, to be honest. Same with XRP. I was holding it way before the SEC case, but I did sell it. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's the one coin that I did sell. When that SEC case came out, I did sell it instantly because I knew that was gonna go rubbish, and then of course bought back in at the bottom. But I was initially into XRP around 17 cents, so that's why I'm not too worried about Firo. Of course, we have technical targets to the downside, guys, and it looks very shitty right now. But again, it's all on Bitcoin to do that work for us. So every day when you turn on to YouTube, if you don't see a Firo video, or even if you do see a Firo video, it's best to look at Bitcoin, because again, guys, it's all on Bitcoin to save us, basically. And if you are not over leveraged into these small micro caps like Varsity, Beat Pro, there's so many, XPR, Firo, there's so many micro caps. Like, if you're not too over leveraged into them right now, you won't be bleeding as bad. Look, I'm in ETH, it's number one. It's my number one coin. I don't like it too much, of course, because of the gas fees, but it's my number one coin because it will have better gains than Bitcoin, but it would also hold up nicely like Bitcoin. And this is why that's the best hedge for your account. But of course, none of this is financial advice, and it's all for educational purposes only. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, guys, we're in technical targets to the downside. We met one, we got another one, and the third one down here. If you lose that, bear market down to here, but I'm not seeing that at the moment because of Bitcoin. Even if you get down to here, you lose this low, I don't care because of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's not losing that 55 weekly EMA, if it's hitting its head on it, then yeah, I'm going to sell everything. But I'm not seeing that. We're not even there. So until then, I'm not panicking. And so if we can hold the 0.786, get back above this 0.618, potentially work our way through above this 0.382, you won't come down to here. But until you get up to here, we're coming down to here, and then once you lose this support over here, you're coming down to here, and this is where we want to see a potential huge double bottom like this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit long, but I had to get all the points across, so make sure that you guys are not over leveraged into these small coins. I know when they go up crazy, but when they go down like poop, and it always makes you want to panic sell. And this is why it's so key that you try not to get rich quickly, guys. It's a slow process. A lot of you are going to be here for so many more years, so we've got a long journey ahead. Crypto is only 10 years plus old, so imagine 10 more years down the line if you're just holding this. Imagine if you just lost your phone. You bought your cryptos, you lost your phone for 10 years, you come back, oh, I found my phone 10 years later, turn it on. Like, all the nonsense in between you wouldn't have worried about because you weren't even looking at it. But of course, I have to make you guys aware of everything every day, and that's why I have to look at the crypto charts. But again, that's why when I make my videos, I do the charts for you. But when I stop making my videos, when I've done the videos for the day, the only chart I look at is Bitcoin. I don't even look at ETH because I know that Bitcoin controls the market. So I hope you enjoyed this update. I'll catch you in the next one, and as always, peace.